I have to say, one of the most frustrating things as a YouTube creator is watching a video start to get traction and then it just dies. Your click-through rate looks solid, watch time looks good, and yet impressions just kind of like dry up. And this is beyond frustrating. So what I did was I started digging into our own analytics and I started to see a pattern in why this is happening, and more importantly, what you actually need to do when it does. It's not actually about fixing the video itself, I'm finding right now, but it's about what comes next. Now, if you've been watching the last few videos on this channel, Live Video School, you probably noticed a theme. We talked about why random videos don't get views anymore. We talked about why YouTube stops recommending videos. And we talked about what YouTube actually needs before it pushes content. This video right here that you're watching is actually the natural next step. And this was actually planned out. And I'm gonna bring it all together so it makes sense in this video. Because like I said earlier, this part can really mess with your head. I mean, you finally feel like you're doing things right. The metrics look good enough that you expect momentum to continue. And when impressions slow down, the first assumption is, oh my gosh, something must be wrong with the video, right? We've all felt that, but that's not what I'm seeing. And honestly, this is where it really just kind of clicked for me. And when I slowed down, zoomed out, and looked at the data across multiple videos, YouTube wasn't judging them the way I thought it was. What I found is YouTube isn't just evaluating the video itself. It's evaluating what happens after someone watches it. In other words, YouTube isn't asking, is this video good? It's asking, what should we recommend next? And this is where a lot of creators, including us at times, lose momentum. A video starts working and then the next upload, it goes into a completely different direction. You know, a new topic, a new idea, a new audience. And from YouTube's perspective, that's where the trail ends. So this is what I'm planning right now. Not just the video I upload today, but the next video. What would YouTube confidently recommend after someone watches the video? If YouTube can't see this next step clearly, it doesn't push as hard. So what we're doing, instead of asking, what video should I make next? I'm asking a different question. What question does the viewer have after watching this video? Same viewer, same problem, one step deeper. And that's what I would encourage you to start thinking about. So if someone watches a video about why YouTube stops recommending content, the next logical video isn't a random new idea. It's something like, okay, so what do I upload after that happens? And then the next video becomes how to plan videos so YouTube actually recommends the next one. Now YouTube sees the path very clearly. Now, something we've focused on from the very beginning to build this channel, and that is outlier titles, and they're still extremely important. That is still where you're going to earn impressions from YouTube. But here's the difference now. I'm not using outlier titles on random ideas anymore. I'm wrapping the outlier titles around planned topics that clearly connect to each other. Outlier titles, they open the door. Content clusters keep people inside. But if we don't have a good title that'll grab the attention of the algorithm, we're not going to be able to get any impressions. So that's where a lot of creators also struggle. And if you struggle with that, well, I put together 10 of our top outlier titles that will help with this. These are ones that have gotten over 100, 200, even 300,000 views and more. So if you'd like to get a copy of that, just comment hooks down below and I'll send you a copy of that swipe file. Like I said, this is a plug and play swipe file. We use it still to this day. If you'd like to get a copy of that and help kind of step up your outlier title game, go ahead and put hooks in the comments and I'll send you a copy. So let me explain why this matters more moving into 2026. This is what I think YouTube is leaning into right now. Not just, did someone click, did they watch, but did they keep watching anything else? And if the answer is no, YouTube slows distribution. Here's what I'm finding. Momentum on YouTube isn't about hustling more. It's not about guessing harder. It's about clarity. When YouTube knows what comes next, it has a reason to keep recommending your content. And that's what we're building here. And like I said, that's what we're building here. That's what we're going to be focusing on in 2026. So here's a little something to write down and think about the next time you're going to be creating a video and then what to follow up with. Good videos get tested, clear paths get pushed. So we want to create these clear paths that are already planned out. Now, we're not just talking about the end screen anymore either. We're talking about someone watches your video, then they go on about their day, they come back the next day, and there just happens to be a video there being recommended that is your video. And that's what we're talking about. How do we create this content cluster that YouTube is going to want to promote to someone that just watched your last video? Now, like I said earlier, titles are probably the most important part of this entire process. And that's why I recorded a video right here that breaks down those 10 top outlier titles that you can use for your content clusters. Watch that video next, and I'll see you there.